Hi everybody, my name is Spike Brave, and in this tutorial I'd like to talk about unit creation in MechWarrior Online. Unit creation is for creating a unit when you're playing in the Community Warfare game mode, and allows you to be part of an organized team. So I do want to preface this video with a couple things. I do want to show you how to use the create unit feature if you're a newer player, just for the completeness of my tutorials. I do want to show you how to use the entire UI so you don't have any questions. So I want to give you a brief talk about a couple things about units before we get into the meat of creating your own. Number one, if you're a newer player and you want to be part of a unit, I would suggest that you go out onto the MechWarrior Online forums and go to the recruitment section. There are a ton of units already in game, and ask to join one of those units. They'll send you a request that will be handled through the social functions of the UI. And if you need more information about those, check out my tutorial about the social functions. But that's where I'd recommend starting out. If you need help picking out a unit, talk to the different unit commanders that are out there. If they're willing to talk to you, that generally means that they're good people and they're willing to take some time to train you if you need some help, if you're a new player, or even if you're not and you just want to get a feel for them. If they're not willing to talk to you, they may not be the friendliest guys out there. Now, if you are completely without a clue where to start, what I suggest is going and finding the Praetorian Legion. I know several people in the Praetorian Legion. I would like to personally mention Airmoon. He's a good friend of mine. We spent a lot of time talking on the forums, and he was a fan of my tutorials when I first started doing them, and he got involved with them, and they're just really nice guys. There are several of them that I are out in the new player help section of the forums, just a ton, and they're great guys. And another personal anecdote that I would like to add is that I actually played against them in a match of Community Warfare. It was during an event, and I was with 12 other solo players, and they were a 12-man team. They beat us extremely badly, but it was fun. They were nice. They weren't rude about it. There wasn't a bunch of name calling and, kind of that inappropriate behavior that is like the dark side of online gaming. They were nice. They were joking around with us. They weren't calling us names. It was just a fun match. So I think the Praetorian Legion is a great unit, and I would suggest starting there. May not be for you, but that's where I would start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a unit, and I'm going to leave it up after I create it. So if you're really just wanting to be part of a unit and you don't want any high stress, whatever, I'll leave it up, and you can send me a friend request, and I will accept. And if you want to join, that's fine. But I do want to say I probably won't ever drop with the team. The persona I've built in game that I really like is that of Joe Solo Player. For me, the Battletech universe is a very interesting place, and the thing that really intrigues me about it is the lone mercenary. The guy that gets hired because you're short one battle mech and you need him to come fight for you. I really like that. I like being the representative, or not the representative, but a representative for the solo players. Tend to have different things going on than group players, so I just really like being known as Joe Solo. So again, feel free to send me a friend's request. I will leave my unit up. You can join that. But just be aware that I probably won't drop with you because I like being Joe Solo, and if I start dropping with people, then I'm not. So let's get into the meat of the video, though, and we'll show you how to create a unit. So as you can see the left hand, I have a create unit navigation option. If we mouse over that, we will see that we can create a new unit. So let's click that. So we get a pretty simple form. Enter a name of your unit. It has a maximum of 35 characters. So I'm gonna be a little funny today. I do like to take the game seriously, in the fact that I don't have a mech with 7 energy hardpoints and 7 flamers on it. But I do like to be a little bit funny. So let's do this. We'll call this unit Spike's Rolling Blunder. And then we need a tag. So this can be a maximum of 4 characters. So let's see if we can do SRB. And then it lists our rules. And I'll talk a little bit about these rules. Unit names and tags can only contain Latin alpha numeric values and the following special characters: a period, parentheses, a space, and a tick. So pretty straightforward there. Unit names must be unique and not one of the existing units in Battletech lore. So if you're not familiar with the lore, I suggest you go out to sarna.net. They have a ton of lore stuff out there. I think that they plan on expanding community warfare and including some of the lore units in that. So that's probably where they're putting that restriction out there. So just be aware, if you're a big fan of the lore, you can't be Wolf Dragoons. It won't let you do it. And that's that restriction. Unit names and tags must not contain profanity or objectionable language. There isn't a real great filter in MechWarrior Online. You can get away with typing all kinds of nasty stuff in. So this might accept some inappropriate stuff. But I will tell you right now that they are pretty on the stick about looking at their data and taking reports from players. So you can expect to get your unit disbanded or renamed or something. They will take action against you. So just keep it clean and be civil. And then finally, unit names and tags cannot be changed after the unit has been created. So you pick something, you're stuck with it. So I'm going to stick with this. I like this. If for some reason you don't, you could disband your unit, create a new one, and with a new name and such. So that's a thing that you could do. And I will show you how to disband your unit in a future video. So now that I'm done, I'm going to hit submit, and we'll see what happens. Unable to create the unit, an error has occurred. What I'm thinking is that the tag was taken. So we'll start over. And this would be way easier if I could type. And type and spell would be good. There we go. So we're back to Spice Rolling Blender, and we'll do... Let's do an R, a B, and then I will put a paren, because I bet you this tag isn't taken. So we'll try submitting again. There we go. We can see that my UI has just changed slightly. I've got a few more options. I've got member management, and we'll go over that in another tutorial. Rank management and viewing coffers. So if we go back to Intersphere Home, we'll see that the create unit has gone away, but it's been replaced with member management, rank management, and the view coffers, and then everything else stays the same. So that's been a look at creating a unit, and we'll go through these other tabs and other tutorials. As always, I hope you found this video to be useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a note in the comments below. And as always, have great luck on the battlefield, and hope to see you there. Thanks a lot.